So to clean up your plates, I would say maybe the first thing you're gonna do is put Crisco on them. And you can just smear that all over. So you don't need a lot. All right, so set those aside. And then same with the copper plates. We're gonna do the same thing. And you can basically just set these all out. In with your gloves. If you want to use a rag, you can totally do that. And so this is going to clean the copper plates much better than it's going to clean the collagraph plates, just a fair warning. What's kind of fun about the collagraph plates is that you, like once you're done cleaning it, like it's going to be stained, it's fine. Don't stress out about that or try not to. So it's kind of nice if you end up using like a clear gel medium, this is just going to wipe off immediately, which is really nice. Or if you end up putting like a nice good solid layer of gesso down, yeah, like this is going to be difficult to clean, trying to get into all these little nooks and crannies. You can definitely use a Q-tip to do that. Just kind of wipe all that excess off. Wipe off the back as best you can, just so it doesn't have like a giant glob of ink on it. And you want to use just one rag to do this. You don't want to use a bunch. Like when this starts getting dirty, it's totally fine. Just move it around and find a clean spot again. You don't want to be super wasteful with this because, well, this is just like a preliminary cleaning. All right. Yeah, that Crisco works really well, that vegetable oil. So if you're using like liquid vegetable oil, just use very little. You don't need a lot. Maybe like for a plate this big, you probably need like maybe a penny size puddle. Same thing, wipe off all this ink off the plate, wipe off the back. See, that's coming off really quite nicely. back as well. All right, so the plates have gone through a preliminary cleaning and they are set aside, out of the way, and then depending on how much ink you have left, so that's going to get thrown. If you have quite a bit of ink left, you can scoop it up and save it in a piece of tin foil. But that wasn't very much, that's not enough to waste a piece of tin foil on. So you're going to scoop it up and just spread it onto a piece of newsprint. Like so. And then that rag that you use for the preliminary cleaning, so that's going to have a bit of vegetable oil on it. You're going to go through and try and wipe down the work surface as best as you can, wiping off any bits of ink. Wipe off your palette knife. Don't forget to wipe off the edges. And then I would just dispose of this in the garbage. Honestly, usually I end up saving stuff like that. But right now I have so many rags, I don't really need to do that. And then bring all your plates out. You have your tools. I need to wipe this plate off. I didn't wipe this plate off. So wipe this plate off. Okay. And then watered down simple green. So Crisco. Alright, tool first. And remember there are 5 sides to your palette knife. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your edges are considered sides. Make sure that's nice and clean. And then just one by one, clean your plates. Clean the front and the back. Wipe that down. Wipe down the edges. And then you can set that on a piece of newsprint and just make your way around all the plates. Front, back, sides. front, back, and sides. All right, so now cleaning the collagraph plates. So what's kind of fun about the collagraph plates is that once these are clean and like you set them aside for a few days to let them completely dry, you can just go back over it with a primer. So you can just go back over this with like a gel medium, and you don't have to worry about any leftover ink possibly being printed at a different time. Because I mean, for the most part, the ones that I made are like made from pretty fibrous materials, so coating them will definitely not hurt them. And also it's the type of thing where like when you have a situation like this where there's these nooks and crannies and it's hard to get in there, just letting that dry and then going back over it. Letting that dry and going back over it isn't a bad thing. Yeah, and this is why you wear gloves, so you don't get ink all over your hands, but you're just cleaning, so you're not going to be printing after this. And yeah. Then those can be set aside. Just lightly spray down your working surface. Wipe that down and you're good to go.